Introduction. Shrek, the beloved animated film released in 2001, captivated audiences worldwide with its unique blend of humor, heart, and fairy tale parodies. However, behind the scenes, there were numerous iterations and ideas that shaped the story we know today. In this essay, we will explore the alternate version of Shrek, the one that never made it to the big screen. This unseen vision took a radically different approach, presenting a Shrek unlike anything audiences could have imagined. Chris Farley, the renowned comedian and actor, was originally cast as the voice of Shrek in the early stages of the film's production. His unique comedic style and larger-than-life personality brought a distinct charm to the character. Farley's portrayal of Shrek captured the essence of the lovable ogre, infusing the role with his signature energy and humor. During the development phase of Shrek, Farley recorded a significant portion of the dialogue for the character. His voice work brought a different dynamic to Shrek, showcasing a slightly more boisterous and animated interpretation of the character compared to the final version voiced by Mike Myers. Unfortunately, Chris Farley passed away tragically in 1997, before completing his work on Shrek. His untimely death left the filmmakers in a challenging position, as they had to reconsider their approach and find a suitable replacement for the iconic role. Ultimately, Mike Myers was chosen to take over the role of Shrek and brought his own unique comedic sensibilities to the character. However, it is worth noting that Chris Farley's contributions to the early stages of Shrek's development cannot be overlooked. His influence and initial portrayal of Shrek helped shape the character's early identity and contributed to the overall vision of the film. While we may never see Chris Farley's version of Shrek come to life on the big screen, his involvement in the project remains a testament to his talent and comedic prowess. His contributions are remembered and appreciated as part of the behind-the-scenes journey of bringing Shrek to audiences worldwide. Mike Myers, the accomplished actor and comedian, took on the role of Shrek after the passing of Chris Farley. Myers brought his own unique interpretation to the character, infusing Shrek with his distinct comedic style and wit. One notable aspect of Myers' portrayal was the introduction of a Scottish accent for Shrek, which became an iconic and defining characteristic of the character. The decision to give Shrek a Scottish accent was a deliberate choice made by Myers, who believed it added an extra layer of charm and humor to the character. The accent, combined with Myers' comedic timing and delivery, brought a delightful and endearing quality to Shrek's dialogue. It helped create a contrast between Shrek's gruff and rough exterior and his warm-hearted nature, adding depth and nuance to the character's personality. The Scottish accent also served as a nod to traditional folklore and fairy tales, drawing on the rich tapestry of Celtic storytelling. It added a sense of authenticity to Shrek's world and further reinforced the fantastical elements of the story. The accent became so closely associated with Shrek that it became one of the character's most recognizable features. Mike Myers' performance as Shrek, including the Scottish accent, resonated with audiences worldwide. His comedic sensibilities and vocal talents brought the character to life in a way that captured the hearts of both children and adults alike. Myers' contribution to the portrayal of Shrek helped solidify the character's place in popular culture and contributed to the film's enduring success. The cast of Shrek was filled with talented actors who brought their own unique voices and personalities to the film's memorable characters. Eddie Murphy as Donkey. Eddie Murphy lent his comedic expertise and energetic voice to the role of Donkey, Shrek's talkative and loyal sidekick. Murphy's dynamic performance brought the character to life, infusing Donkey with humor, charm, and a lovable quirkiness that perfectly complemented Shrek's gruff demeanor. Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona. Cameron Diaz provided the voice for Princess Fiona, Shrek's love interest. Diaz captured Fiona's independent and feisty spirit, balancing vulnerability with strength. Her performance brought depth and warmth to the character, showcasing Fiona's journey from a seemingly traditional princess to a multifaceted and strong-willed heroine. A reimagined supporting cast. In this alternate version, the supporting characters were given more intricate storylines and character arcs. Donkey, in particular, would have transformed into a more introspective and philosophical character. He would have provided Shrek with not only comedic relief, but also emotional support and guidance. Donkey's wisdom and insights would have served as a catalyst for Shrek's personal growth and self-reflection. The other fairy tale creatures, such as Pinocchio, the three little pigs, and the gingerbread man, would have undergone similar transformations, with each character grappling with their own fears and insecurities. This expanded development of the supporting cast aimed to create a richer and more immersive narrative experience. Shrek as an outcast. The alternate narrative delved into the origins of Shrek's outcast status, shedding light on the experiences that shaped him into the character we know. It explored the deep-seated insecurities and scars resulting from a lifetime of rejection and mistreatment. The story would have delved into Shrek's childhood, depicting instances of bullying, isolation, and discrimination, which forged his defensive and guarded personality. By emphasizing Shrek's emotional struggles, the filmmakers aimed to create a more relatable and empathetic portrayal of the character. Furthermore, the original script provided insights into the internal conflicts Shrek faced. It addressed his own insecurities and doubts as he grappled with the notion that he was unworthy of love and friendship. Through his interactions with other characters and the challenges he encountered, Shrek gradually learned to embrace his true self and recognize his own worth, ultimately leading to personal growth and a greater sense of acceptance. A quest for redemption. In this unseen version, Shrek embarked on a journey not only to redeem himself, but also to confront his past actions and seek forgiveness. The quest would have been filled with physical and emotional challenges, pushing Shrek to his limits. Along the way, he would have encountered characters who mirrored his past mistakes, forcing him to confront his own flaws and make difficult choices. This quest for redemption aimed to show that change is possible, even for those burdened by their past, and that forgiveness can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth. A complex love story. The alternative love story between Shrek and Fiona would have focused on their shared experiences of feeling like outsiders. Rather than the conventional fairy tale romance, their connection would have developed gradually and organically. They would have bonded over their struggles with societal expectations and their yearning for acceptance. The romance would have explored the complexities of love, addressing themes such as vulnerability, self-acceptance, and the power of genuine connections. By delving into the emotional depth of their relationship, the filmmakers intended to create a more nuanced and resonant love story. Exploring deeper social commentary. The unseen version of Shrek aimed to tackle social issues with greater depth and subtlety. It would have explored the consequences of prejudice, discrimination, and the harmful effects of stereotypes. The story would have highlighted the damage caused by societal judgment and the importance of acceptance and understanding. By humanizing the characters and shedding light on their vulnerabilities, the filmmakers intended to provoke thought and encourage viewers to challenge their own biases and preconceptions. In the original script, the filmmakers envisioned a darker and grittier world for Shrek, deviating from the bright and colorful landscapes typically associated with animated fairy tales. The intention was to create a visually distinct and atmospheric setting that reflected the emotional state of the characters and added a layer of depth to the storytelling. The original script described the world of Shrek as a place filled with desolation and decay. The forests were depicted as dense and foreboding, with twisted trees and tangled vines that cast eerie shadows. The swamps were murky and enveloped in mist, creating an ominous atmosphere. The castles and villages were dilapidated, showcasing a sense of neglect and abandonment. This darker world served to emphasize the isolation and loneliness experienced by Shrek, reinforcing his role as an outcast. The gloomy and haunting environments mirrored his internal turmoil and sense of displacement. The contrast between Shrek's appearance and the world around him further emphasized his unique position in society. Moreover, the darker and grittier world in the original script allowed for a more mature and introspective tone. While the final version of Shrek adopted a more vibrant and whimsical visual style, the original script's darker and grittier world offered a compelling and atmospheric backdrop for the story. It reinforced the emotional journey of the characters and added an extra layer of depth to the narrative, showcasing the filmmaker's intention to create a more nuanced and introspective animated film. Conclusion. The unmade version of Shrek represented a departure from the lighthearted and comedic tone of the original film. With its darker world, nuanced character development, and exploration of social issues, this unseen adaptation sought to create a more immersive and thought-provoking story. By delving into Shrek's past, his quest for redemption, and the complexities of love and acceptance, the filmmakers aimed to provide a more emotionally resonant and impactful experience for viewers. While the final version of Shrek became a beloved classic, this alternate vision showcases the creative possibilities and depth that can be achieved in storytelling. It is worth noting that Chris Farley's contributions to the early stages of Shrek's development cannot be overlooked. His influence and initial portrayal of Shrek helped shape the character's early identity and contributed to the overall vision of the film.